there's never been. Twitch chat buzzing like a tower call. An 83 Fox, he's got it all. With his wings of code, his heart of flight, he's soaring high, chasing the night. Oh man, A3 Foxtrot, master of the air, gliding through the clouds like he's really there. Joystick in hand, engines on the rise, taking us with him through virtual skies.
From Cessnas to jets, he pilots them all. A captain of pixels, he answers the call. He loops, he banks, he dives with grace. The sky's his stage, his cockpit's the place.
Turbulence shakes, alarms might scream, but he's steady as a dream. Chat throws jokes, can you stick the land? He winks and says, I've got this plan. Oh, and an A3 Foxtrot, master of the air, gliding through the clouds like he's really there. Joystick in hand, engines on the rise, taking us with him through virtual skies.
Hello again, everyone. Michael here with Felicity. November 8033 Fox, a Cessna flight training device that I built right here at home. JJ, hello, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I'd like to say I've been doing well. Been a pretty crappy month so far, and it's kind of cut into a lot of streaming opportunities, but I was admitted to the hospital at the beginning of the month. And my best friend passed away unexpectedly very recently, so I've been mourning her loss over the last several days, and still doing so. But sometimes flying is good therapy for me, whether it's in the simulator or in the real aircraft. So we'll try and take advantage of that, and coincidentally I have some time today, and there's also an event going on with the Virtual USA Flying Club that we'll go ahead and catch the tail end of. This is a fly-in style event. The destination is the New River Gorge Airport. It is privately owned. It's about 1.5 miles northeast of the New River Gorge Bridge. So to keep it kind of simple, we're going to depart Mallory, West Virginia 1-2. This airport was developed by a friend of mine, so we're going to check out her scenery for it. We'll take a short hop over to Charleston, the Class Charlie there, and then we will head on down to New River Gorge and fly through the gorge, maybe check out the bridge, and then head over to the airport there. So probably not a very long stream today. But I did want to get something going for you all and for me as well. So that's sort of the plan. Real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at sort of what I'm tentatively wanting to do here. We are here at Mallory, another private airport. I want to do a quick hop over to Charleston here. Kilo Charlie Romeo Whiskey. And then we'll take back off from there and proceed south to New River Gorge. And looking at this might be kind of fun. We might be able to just fly this gorge the whole way. Maybe we'll just fly over the river. That could be fun. That could be entertaining. we might try and do that. And then that'll put us right on course with flying underneath the bridge here. And then we'll go ahead and proceed northeast to grab a downwind for the airport. The airport we're flying into here, I redid that scenery this morning, so it's brand new scenery available for X-Plane 12. So we'll experience flying into that. But that's really about it for today. Let's real quickly talk about our airports here. Get some quick information. Mallory's field elevation is 885 feet. Pattern altitude is 1,000. And the runway is 16 and 34. Now, if I remember right, we always take off and land runway 34, if I remember right about this airport, just because of the terrain. It is 1,900 feet long, only 24 feet wide, and it is asphalt. Common frequency 122.9, multicom essentially for this one. Charleston, technically West Virginia International Jaeger. It is also, 947 feet with one runway 0523, 6,715 feet long by 150 feet wide. Good asphalt there. Local area weather, we'll just use this METAR here out of CRW. Winds are out of the west, technically out of the south, 200 at 6. Visibility is 10. Few clouds at 7,000. Scatter layers 25,000, so we don't have a ceiling today. Temperature 26, dew point 13 Celsius. Altimeter 29.89. But of course, we'll go ahead and set our altimeter to field elevation once we get over into the aircraft there. And again, it is a Class Charlie, so we will need to be in communication with ATC to, enter that airspace and, get a landing clearance there. And then finally, New River Gorge, field elevation 1,720, standard pattern altitude 2,720. If I remember right, there is a right-hand traffic pattern on one of these runways here. Runway 04 is right-hand traffic. Then runway 22 is going to be standard left-hand. And because of our southerly winds, runway 22 will be preferred today. CTAP there is 122.8. And again, standard pattern altitude 1,000 feet AGL, so that's 2720. So that's sort of the plan. So we'll pretty much fly through the gorge the whole way. I think that might be a pretty scenic flight. So we're going to go ahead and pack our 4-flight EFB for this trip. And while that's doing that, everything else should be set. Pre-flight has already been done, so that's good to go. So we'll just be able to get in and get things started up. This will be my first flight and stream and everything since I went to the local fly-in. I packed up the whole simulator and took it there for kids to get a chance to fly in to the same airport they were at. It always is a big hit over there. They really enjoy it. But hopefully I have everything connected and everything's working as it should. So yeah, that being said, I think we're ready to go. So let's head on over to the aircraft and get fired up. And let's go fly through the New River Gorge. It should be entertaining. I'll see you over there in just a moment. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Teammate is up. Mic check when ready.
Alright, hello again everyone and welcome aboard Felicity. My name is Michael. I will be your pilot today. We do have Shirley on board with us from Airplane Team. Say hello, Shirley. How are you?
Shirley back in a Cessna 172F, ready to go.
Alright, sounds good. Let's get our checklist out here. Like I said, pre-flight and walk-around has already been done. So tech time 1100.6 and our hubs is 106.1. Okay. Circuit breakers are all in. Alternate static air is off. Okay, seat track. Let's get scooted up here. And I keep hearing a weird noise. I wonder what that weird noise is. It's like an alert tone or something.
Roger.
Let me go check something real quick. Make sure nothing's running in the background.
Roger.
I think that might have been Discord making noise, so I went ahead and closed that out in the background of the VATSIM PC. And should be good. Okay, where were we at here? Seat track, so seat track is scooted up. Avionics are off, carpet is off, mixture forward. Throttle's gonna go slight. Let's get 3 on the primer. Slowly pull it out and push it in. There's 1. Out slow. Push it in. There's 2. And we'll do 1 more. Out slow. Push it in. There's 3. Okay. Primer is in and locked. Brakes gonna go on. Okay. Clear prop. Looks like we're clear on the left. Clear right. Clear in front. Okay. Master on. Okay. Beacon's gonna go on. And mags are gonna go to start right away. I'm looking for oil pressure and engine RPM. Here we go. Okay. We do have engine RPM and oil pressure. Okay, that completes our startup checklist. Moving along to pre-taxi. Seat belts, let's get my seat belt on here. Okay, flaps are up. Avionics going on. Bus 1, bus 2. And the AOA is bright right there in my eyes. Let's turn that down a little bit. Okay. Alright. There is no ATIS here, so we can't really grab an
TOS,
ATIS.
system test okay.
Altimeter, let's go ahead and set our altimeter to field elevation here. which we said was what, 800 something? 885. $885, 29990 is what that's showing. And 29089 was the Class Charlie, so I think we're good there. Altimeter, okay, transponder. Let's get our transponder on altimeter reporting mode. Okay. ADS-B is tied into our 650. Brakes will test on the roll. Attitude indicator and turn coordinator will test on the roll. But let's go ahead and set our heading indicator to compass right about there. For some reason it's not showing me any VATSIM ATC online, and I'm pretty sure there was. Let me double check this real quick. Maybe there's not anymore. Yeah, it's showing online. Am I not connected to VATSIM now? Suppose I ought to go double check that, make sure I'm still connected to the VATSIM network. That's going to be kind of important. One moment. Okay, Original Godspeed, thank you for coming in. I am doing alright. Taking things day by day. Between being in the hospital at the beginning of the month, and then just losing my best friend of 30 years. I guess the woman that, you know, if love was tangible, she would have been the one that put it into shape for me. So yeah, things are kind of crappy right now, but I'm taking things day by day. But I appreciate you coming in and saying hello. So, alright, I figured that out now. I forgot to tell my ex-pilot, the pilot client, to connect to the network PC after I set everything back up. But we're good to go. I am showing VATSIM traffic and everything now. Okay, and CTAP here was 122.9. And then let's check 128.225. Let's get that on standby. And that's going to be for Indianapolis Center, who's going to get us into Charleston. Okay, parking brake going off. Alright. And again, this is Mallory Airfield, what's WV12. One of my friends did this scenery for X-Plane 12. She did a very good job on it, I think. You know, I've never been there personally, but I think it looks very well. A little bit of terrain elevation issues, it looks like, as we're making our way to the runway. Just want to make sure that we don't inadvertently fall down one of those crevasses down there. And here's our hold short line.
Approaching runway 34.
Roger.
Oh man, I've got duplicate audio. Alright, I need to go and mute that PC. That way we don't have an echo here. Alright, hopefully we got that audio issue resolved. Okay, let's just do a quick run-up right here. At the hold short line, brakes are on, fuel's on both. Man, there's that sound again. I don't
Roger.
know. I don't know what that sound is.
Roger.
Where we at here? Trim. Set for takeoff. Flight controls. That's good there.
Roger.
Instruments are looking good. Mixture's in for best power. Primers in and locked. Let's go 1600 RPM. Left mag, there's an RPM drop, back to both. Right mag, there's a drop, back to both. Carb heat, okay, that's good. Carb heat off. Suction's in the green, oil pressure and oil temperature look good. We've got good fuel flow. Nothing on the annunciator panel. That looks good there. We'll go ahead and idle back. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and announce our takeoff. Mallory traffic. Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot. We're going to be taking runway 34 with a left downwind departure, Mallory. Right. Park and brake off. Okay, let's do a short field. Alright, brakes are on, full power. Alright, she's ready to go, brakes off. Rudder to maintain center here. Alright, we're in the green. Airspeed's coming up. Rotate, got positive rate. Get over these trees. Woohoo! It's definitely a harrowing takeoff with all those trees there right on the end. And we were actually taking off with the wind, so that wasn't really helping us. Cardzilla. Welcome into the channel. Thanks for the channel follow. My name is Michael. Welcome aboard, Felicity. Mallory traffic, Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot's on the left downwind 34, Mallory. Alright, let's go ahead and tune in Indy Center.
Delta 1183 at Nixoc with the ILS runway 18 left approach. At Nixoc cleared ILS runway 18 left approach. Delta 1183. Southwest 1437, clear direct Garot.
Alright, we are inside of the magenta line.
Good evening, Delta 1477,
but the floor is,
east of Livingston, level 330.
floor is 2,800 feet.
90 center, radar contact.
So we'll just hang out here about 2,000.
Good evening, it's American 1194 with you, company follow 410.
Indianapolis Center, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, type 172. We are 2,000 feet, about 8 miles west of Charlie Romeo Whiskey. Request touch and go with numbers.
American 1194, Indy Center, same location? Currently, 16 knots miles from W0 something. Alright, American 1194, radar contact 19 miles west of the terminal if you are. And someone was calling around Charleston. What was the request?
Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, we are type 172 at 2,000 feet, about 8 miles southwest of Charlie Romeo Whiskey. I'm requesting a touch and go, and we have the numbers.
Retreat 3 Foxtrot, Indy Center, squawk 2624, enter left downwind runway 23.
2624, left downwind 23, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot. Alright, left downwind for runway 23 it is. And if I switch over to this scene right here, that enables you to see what what the master X-plane display. So it's basically, the front of my cockpit, as it would render, as it's rendering currently. Able to do that, running the two PC, running X-plane on both of the PCs. Alright, so it looks like we're actually going to be able to cross over the new river. And then once we do our touch and go, Alt 23, we'll come back to
Number 33 Foxtrot, what are your intentions on the go?
on the go, we'd like to proceed southeastbound along the new river, Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot.
Roger, on the go, proceed on course, winds 2006, runway 23, clear for the option.
On course, runway 23, clear for the option, Skyhawk 8033 Fox.
And over 33 Fox, if you do me a favor, turn down your volume a little bit. Southwest 3714, descend and maintain level 240.
Descend to 240, Southwest 3714.
Southwest 1312, Kansas City Center is closed. Radar service terminated, frequency to change approved. Southwest 1312, change approved, thank you.
Alright, hopefully Indy Center's that a little better for 33 Foxtrot.
Very slightly, but it could still be lower. American 1194, have a new route when you're ready, copy.
American 1194, we're ready, copy.
American 1194, go to the John F. Kennedy International Airport. Present position, direct climb. Kilo Lima Yankee, November Echo, Q29er. Washer, Whiskey Sierra, Hotel Romeo. Direct Johnstown, Juliet Hotel Whiskey, J70 to Lima Victor Zulu, and the Lindy 8 arrival. Hold on a moment on the readback. Walker 4046 to send and maintain 3000.
1947
Down to
feet.
3000, Walker 4046.
Alright, so I guess I need...
And American 1194, we've got Caroline, Kilo Lima Yankee, November Echo, and Quebec 29er. Whiskey, Sierra Hotel Romeo, and Juliet Hotel Whiskey, Juliet 17.
I would have to step out to adjust my volume. I can't really do that right now.
American 1194, read back correct.
Alright, here we are, beating the numbers. Get power back. Carpete on. Looking for 80 miles per hour.
Southwest 3714, Chicago Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Freaking to change approved.
Free to change approved, Southwest 3714. Thanks so much, have a good one. Ah.
Flight to flight 2791, say Mach number.
Flaps 2.
Frontier Flight 2791, Mach 78.
Delta 1477, say Mach number.
Mach point 82, Delta 1470.
Flight to flight 2791, are you able Mach point 76?
Affirm, we can do 76, 2791.
Got a bit of a
Flight to
display
flight
threshold
2791,
here.
maintain Mach point 76 or less.
Walker 2791.
500.
Walker 4046, fly, heading 180 vectors bridge.
180, Walker 4046.
Get on that center line, Michael. Alright, carpetal. Flap's gonna go up. Full power. Rudder. Maintain center. Wind to green. Airspeed's coming up. Alright, she's ready to go. Let's rotate. Alright, got positive rate.
Roger.
Walker 4046, turn right heading 260, join the runway 28 left localizer.
Right 260, join the localizer, Walker 4046.
FedEx 1361 to Memphis Center is closed. Radar service terminated, free to change approved.
Moving on to Unicom for 1361. Thanks again, hopefully I'll make it this time.
Indy Center, Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot on the go off of runway 23.
32 Foxtrot, radar contact, out indicates 1,200, maintain VFR.
VFR 33 Foxtrot.
And the microphone still sounds very loud somehow.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have access to that volume control from in here. I'm trying to keep the boom away from my mouth a bit.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to adjust that volume. Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust that volume, I'm sure. There's gotta be a setting in my X-Pilot client. I'm assuming that's where that audio comes from. Okay, 7 hours, 20 minutes in, got it.
And Southwest 1988, you still got a little bit till you need to descend, but descend pilot discretion maintain level 220. Southwest 1988, descend pilot discretion maintain level 220.
Stand by via pilot's discretion 20 for Southwest 1988.
So if
Delta 1183, runway 18 left, clear to land.
if I'm over a river, if I'm over a body of water, do the
Number 33 Foxtrot, can we step away for a minute, so radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Unicom, appreciate the help. November 13 Foxtrot.
And Indy Center will be right back.
So if I'm over the river, do the same rules apply as far as altitude over civilization and congested areas? Like, if I'm over a river, do those same rules apply? Something I'm gonna have to research because honestly I don't know.
500.
500. How low can we go? Hey Shirley, are there any altitude restrictions when flying over a body of water or a river?
Terrain ahead.
Over
Terrain
sparsely
ahead.
populated areas like water, 500 feet AGL is the minimum. Over congested areas, it's 1,000 feet above the highest obstacle within 2,000 feet. Over open water away from people, you've got more flexibility.
Alright, sounds good.
500.
Surely appreciate it.
You bet.
The problem with being down this low, you know, is particularly, well, we wouldn't do this in real life, but even in the simulator, you know, all of a sudden our engine went out, we don't have options. Like, there's nothing, at that point, we just have to go down because there's really not much we'd be able to do. We don't have enough time to determine the best place to put down when we're so low to the ground. So typically we would not be flying this low.
Good point. Not much reaction time down here.
I just kind of wanted to see what the water looked like, what some of the scenery looked like, as we make our way up the new river, or down the new river, I should say. It might be a bit different if we had a float plane, if we were on floats. You know, we'd be able to sit down in the water. Alright, got some power lines coming up. We're going to go above those power lines. We definitely don't want to attempt to go below them. Alright, let's climb up a bit. When we climb this steep, we definitely need to use a lot of right rudder, especially when our airspeeds start to slow. Okay, Canada like that. There's 70 miles per hour. Let's push the nose forward. We're at 1,500 feet.
Roger.
FedEx 226, Cleveland Center is...
I guess I should ask the chat real quick, and when I'm talking to you, like right now, do I sound too loud? I wonder if this is a Windows microphone thing I need to look into as opposed to an X-Pilot thing.
$500.
It's a little bit bumpy flying between these mountains here in the gorge, I can tell you that much. And I just redid this ortho tile today as well, so hopefully everything works out with it. There's that sound
Sounds
again.
fine to me.
I don't know what that sound is. It's got to be coming from somewhere.
Roger.
But anyway, our plan is to follow the gorge all the way up to the New River Gorge Bridge. We will do our best to fly underneath the bridge. We'll probably clip through the scenery, so it might look a little bit funny as we clip through the object. And then once we get past that, we'll go ahead and make the left downwind for runway 22 into New River Gorge Airport. And we'll start making traffic calls about 10 miles out. Currently about 20 miles out.
$500.
I want to thank everyone for coming in today and hanging out with me for a bit. honestly the first opportunity I've been able to do any sort of flying or live streaming at all lately. Yeah, that's
Roger that.
That's got to be a Discord sound going on there.
Roger.
All right, steep turn as we fly along the river here. Here we go. We
Roger.
Increase our power just a bit as we make that turn.
Roger.
Also testing out a new plugin today from some of my hardware. My ops meter, ELT, transponder, trim wheel, and angle of attack indicator. All of those used to run on an external application that ran alongside X-Plane. But I've been helping the developer work with, come up with a plugin. So he wrote his own plugin now. It seems to be working great. So that's one less thing I have to start up. Just fire up X-Plane and it recognizes the hardware and good to go. Yep, I sure did forget to squawk VFR. I got the frequency change though. We were just talking about that, Steven. As low as I am, if I had an engine out right now, there's not a whole lot of options. There really isn't. Realistically, we wouldn't be flying this low over water or even over these mountains. But if that were the case, we'd be ditching the plane right down there in the new river. There's just too many trees. Not enough clear
500
way to make a safe landing. Hey Steven, while you're here, is my audio that you're hearing in the chat on my Discord, is that too loud also? I'm wondering if that's a Windows microphone setting and not an X-Pilot setting. Well, I'm not signed.
500.
I'm not currently running Discord currently. I exited out of all of that. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. Do some audio testing. I guess what I'm wondering is the volume level that you're hearing me now, is that too loud? I know it was too loud, when I was talking to you. When I was making my radio calls. I'm just wondering if it's too loud right now, just in the Twitch chat. And I guess Discord is running on the server PC back there. No. I mean, I have them, but in the current configuration, There is no aircraft sound
500,
coming in from the outside. Everything is running through my headphones. And then I run the headphone audio over to OBS.
500,
So while I do have external speakers, they're currently not in use. New River Gorge traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot. It's about 8 miles to the west. Following the New River along, and then we'll be making a left downwind, runway 22, New River traffic.
five hundred,
Interesting. I guess the river kind of splits right there for a minute. Oh, I guess we gotta go this way. Yeah, okay, so the river splits and then it runs north as well.
500, 500, 500,
She's pretty adamant about letting me know that I'm 500 AGL. Remember, when we make steep turns like this, we need to add a bit more power to keep that airspeed up. Because stall speed increases with bank angle.
Here, making left crosswind to join the for runway
500,
River Gorge.
New River Gorge traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, 5 miles to the west, coming up the river to join the left downwind, runway 22, full stop, New River.
500.
Apologies, having some comms trouble. New River Gorge, Airport November 247 Foxtrot Papa. Been circling the airport.
500.
I'm going to follow N413KS second into the airport if they're done circling around November 247 Foxtrot Papa.
Alright, we got the bridge in sight.
Number 247, Papa,
500.
New River Gorge Airport. November 247 Foxtrot Papa. I'm going to circle around for a bit and then see if I can get my comms working. Otherwise, I won't enter the pattern. New River Gorge Airport.
500.
New River Gorge Park, 718 Delta Foxtrot, I hear you loud and clear on the comms. 718 Delta
Over or
Foxtrot,
under?
departing runway 22, closed pattern.
Let's go
New River
under.
Gorge traffic.
I just want to see if we're going to clip through this bridge or not. Power back, copied on. So we're either going to clip through it and it's going to put us over it, or it's actually going to let us fly under it. I'm simply just curious about this. So hang on, it might look a little bit funny. Okay. Alright, yep, so that's exactly what happened. We basically clipped right through the object. Even though it's transparent under there, it's still kind of a scenery rendering thing. Not much we can really do about it, but that's good to know. Alright, so we're going to climb up, and we're going to circle back around, and then we're essentially going to fly over the bridge. Let's see, pattern altitude 2720 for New River.
$500.
Brian, good evening. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well.
$500.
New River Gorge traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot is 2 miles south of the field. Going to be joining the left downwind runway 22, full stop, New River. Yeah, 2720 is going to be our pattern altitude. 27.
November 247 Foster Papa or New River Gorge Airport. I think I have audio now. I'm going to enter the pattern. Left hand, and we'll see what happens. November 247 Foster Papa,
Right.
New River Gorge.
Nice traffic pattern altitude right there. Let's just hang out here.
New River Gorge traffic, Skyhawk 718 Delta Foxtrot on the crosswind for runway 22. Full stop landing, New River Gorge traffic.
Alright, got traffic directly ahead.
New River Gorge traffic, Skyhawk 718 Delta Foxtrot entering the downwind for runway 22 with traffic in sight. New River Gorge traffic.
New River Gorge traffic, Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot, number 2 behind Skyhawk Delta Foxtrot on the left downwind 22. New River.
New River traffic, 423 Charlie Lima, entering left downwind for runway 22. New River.
Really? I've never read that in the code of conduct on VATSIM that flying under bridges is a violation. I'm going to have to go back and double check
traffic,
that.
November 247 Foxtrot Papa, entering upwind
Roger.
for runway 22, behind everybody else, New River traffic.
Alright, traffic. New River traffic, Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot is midfield left downwind 22, full stop, New River. Man, how long are you go? How?
New River traffic, 423 Charlie Lima. Downwind, midfield. I will extend my downwind down. Make room for everybody. 423 Charlie Lima.
Man, that's an awful long downwind.
New River traffic, Skyhawk 718 Delta Foxtrot, joining left base into final for runway 22, full stop landing. New River Gorge traffic.
New River traffic, Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot, making left base number 2 behind Delta Foxtrot. We have the traffic in sight. Full stop 22, New River.
Foxtrot Papa, entering base for runway 22, fourth in line. River traffic. Sorry, entering downwind. Entering left base. Fifth in line. New River.
Alright, let's slow it up and let that guy get down there and land. Got him in sight. New River traffic, 33 Foxtrot, final approach, 22, full stop. We have Delta Foxtrot in sight. Alright, so this is my brand new X-Plane 12 airport.
$500.
Flaps.
New River Gorge traffic, Skyhawk 718 Delta Foxtrot, pulled off into the grass to make way, clear of the runway. New River Gorge traffic.
New River traffic, 423 Charlie Lima, turning final. New River. New River traffic, November 247 Foxtrot Papa, turning on base, second in. New River traffic.
Nice.
New River traffic, Skyhawk 33 Foxtrot, clear runway 22, New River.
New River traffic, 423 Charlie Lima, 1 mile final.
Flaps up. Good, watch these other couple aircraft come into land. Let's kind of position ourselves.
Great looking scenery, Michael, thank you.
Glad you like it, Chandler.
River traffic, November 247 Foxtrot Papa, turning on final, runway 22. River.
Alright, so here he comes, just off of our cow.
New River traffic, 423 Charlie Lima is vacated the runway.
I think we still have 1 or 2 more coming in on final. See if we can maybe get a better. Alright, there's one. But yeah, this is my new scenery here for New River Gorge. I'll get it uploaded to the gateway here probably in the next couple days. New runway surface types, new pylons. All new hangars using the latest X-Plane 12 hangar technology. You know, new dirt strips.
New River traffic, November 247 has vacated the runway and is going for a hike through the woods. November 247 Foxtrot Papa. I just got new rudder pedals and I can't figure out how the brakes work.
This is what I really like. You know, we now have construction equipment available. You know, we never had construction equipment, and a lot of you know, smaller airports might have some construction equipment to help maintain the runway. Dirt patches and trees, and this airport was last done in 2017, so it really needed some updating, but I think it turned out well. You know, but the visual markings got rid of the precision markings that it had previously, because this is really just a visual runway. So we got the visual markings there. We do have approach lights available based on AirNav, so I went ahead and put the approach lights in, added some forestry. Alright. That's it. We are on the ground. Alright, let's run through a shutdown here. Okay. After landing, flaps up. Alright, carpet off. Good, strobes going off. Okay, let's turn our landing light off, taxi light off. Let's reset our trim for takeoff. Alright, avionics off. Mixture to lean. Mags to off and master off. Beacon off, parking brake on. Okay. Well, that was fun. Let's head back to the hangar. We'll do some chit-chatting real quick, and gonna go over the flight and the do's and the don'ts. And yeah, I'll see you back there in just a minute.
All right. Real quick, flying a route like this along the river as low as we were is not good practice. If something were to happen, if we did have an engine out scenario, our options are very limited. In fact, let's head back in and we'll talk to Shirley real quick, see if she can give us any debriefing, and we'll come back here and discuss.
Roger.
Alright, Shirley, hey, we were back here on the ground at New River Gorge. Let's go ahead and debrief this flight. Is there anything that you want to talk about or should mention?
Flying that low over the river was risky. Engine failure would have left almost no options. Terrain, trees, power lines all around. In reality, we'd stay higher for better glide range and landing choices. Otherwise, nice scenic flight and good work on the approaches.
Alright, well, I appreciate that feedback, Shirley. Why don't you go ahead and give us some information about the New River Gorge area? Tell us something that we might not know.
New River Gorge Bridge is one of the longest single-span arch bridges in the Western Hemisphere at 30 feet. Despite its name, the New River is actually one of the oldest rivers in the world, cutting through the Appalachian Mountains. The gorge reaches depths over 1,000 feet in places. It became America's newest national park in 2020, known for world-class whitewater rafting and rock climbing.
Alright, well, that's cool. Hey, Shirley, I appreciate that information. As always, great flying with you, and we'll see you on our next adventure. Okay. I'll see you back at the hangar now.
So yeah, as she pointed out, when we're flying that low, there's really not a whole lot of options anywhere, and typically we would actually be much higher than that. Especially in a rear world flight, if it's something like this, even in that shorter span, I probably would have been at 5,500 feet, realistically, if I was making this flight for real. That wouldn't negate me from, I'd still be able to fly over the gorge, but that just gives me a lot more altitude should something actually go wrong. But yeah, anyway, I do want to thank you all for coming in and hanging out. Sorry it's been so long since our last flight. I just had dealt with so much over the last several weeks. But we'll try and get back more regular schedule. Now that we got kind of a better schedule going on with the kids, swapping them back and forth. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get something more routine going. But yeah, that's it for me. Again, I want to thank you all. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. That's always important. And as always, I'm grateful for flying with you. Flying is fun, but it is always more fun when it's more than one, and you all make that happen for me. So I do thank you a lot. Let's see if there's anybody we can go and raid and continue our flying enjoyment with. I'm going to send you over to our Indy Center controller, STW222. We'll go and raid his channel. He was our controller today as we came into Charleston. So, let me just catch up with the chat real quick. JJ, hello again. Thank you for coming in. Original Godspeed. I appreciate the sentiment there. New channel follow from Cardzula. Greatly appreciate that. Look forward to flying with you again soon. And then STW222. Steven came in. Yeah, I guess I was overmodulated on his end, so I'm going to have to look into that. And then Brian came in from Canada. Pleasure to talk to you again. And then first time chat from Zerban TTV. So yeah, he said that flying under bridges is a violation of network rules. So that's something I'll have to double check on the code of conduct. And if that's the case, we just won't be flying under bridges on VATSIM. So, all right. Let's go raid Steven. If you can't stay for his stream, please just stay for the raid, and we will see you all for our next unscheduled flight. Thank you so much for coming in today. Take care, and we'll see you next time.